There are objects in this world that hold more than just their weight. Some hold silence, some hold memory, and some hold something else. This is the story of the mirror I brought home one winter evening. Or maybe it's the story of what followed me after I did. I wasn't looking for anything in particular. Just walking without direction. I turned a corner I didn't recognize and found myself standing in front of a small antique shop. The kind of place you don't remember passing, but suddenly you're inside. The air smelled like old wood and forgotten things. Dust floated in thick beams of light through the cracked glass windows. It was quiet. Not peaceful quiet, listening quiet. And that's where I saw it. Leaning against a far wall, partially wrapped in yellowing cloth. A tall, floor-length mirror. Its brass frame curled like dried vines reaching toward the corners. The glass was spotless. Too spotless. Like it had just been cleaned by hands that weren't mine. The shopkeeper noticed me staring. He said, "It came from a house that doesn't remember its own name." Then he smiled. Not kindly. Just knowingly. I bought the mirror. It fit perfectly in the hallway outside my bedroom. The way it caught the light made the space feel warmer. At least, for a while. Then things began to shift. It started small. Sometimes I'd walk past it and feel a pull like the air thickened around me. Other times I'd catch my reflection moving just a little too slowly. Like it had to catch up. One night I paused in front of it. Just stood and stared. And for a moment, I swear the hallway behind me looked brighter in the mirror than it did in real life. The walls looked cleaner. The lights looked softer. And my reflection blinked. But I hadn't. I told myself I was tired. That my mind was playing tricks. That mirrors can distort, bend light, shift perception. That's their job, right? But it didn't stop. One evening I passed by it with the lights off. And in the dark glass I saw another shape. Behind me. So, watching. But when I turned around, there was nothing there. When I looked back into the mirror, the shape was gone. But the feeling wasn't. I began hearing sounds late at night. Not loud. Just enough to make you wonder if you heard them at all. Tapping. Breathing. A whisper that ended just before I could catch the word. Then I found them. The symbols. Etched into the frame, almost invisible. Curled beneath layers of age and polish. Deliberate. Like language carved by something that never needed to be spoken aloud. That night I dreamed of rooms I'd never seen. Of walls lined with mirrors facing each other into infinity. And behind each mirror stood someone different. So, silent. Watching. But none of them were me. I started covering the mirror with a thick black sheet. Day and night. But it didn't matter. Even when covered I could feel its weight. I'd see myself in windows. Only it wasn't me. He looked older. Or younger. It's wrong. Once my reflection smiled before I did. I started recording. Voice memos. Videos. Journals. Trying to catch what I thought was happening. I never found proof. But I found fear. Then one night I stood in front of it again. I had to know. I waited. I didn't move. I didn't blink. And then, the mirror changed. It didn't show my hallway. It didn't show me. It showed a room. Dark. Empty. Except for a single figure in the corner. Not moving. Just breathing. Watching me through the glass. Then the mirror showed memories. But not mine. A child alone. A locked door. A scream that never made it out. Then it showed me things I haven't done yet. Choices I haven't made. Moments I haven't lived. It showed me endings. I turned away. But now, when I walk past any mirror I hesitate. Not because I fear what I'll see. But because I'm not sure I'll be the one looking back. Mirrors are meant to reflect. To show us what we are. But some show us what we've hidden. Or what's waiting. If you ever feel like your reflection is watching you a little too closely, probably is. And if it ever smiles, before you do, turn away. Because some mirrors remember more than they should. And some reflections aren't yours.